it's not the best start to a game, but yeah, I mean, who needs turn 1, 2, or 3s? Am I right? What kind of fool needs a turn 1, 2, or 3? Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN channel with another Legends of Runeterra video for you today. This one was actually an insane expedition, which literally, you'll understand what I mean. I felt like this deck was going to crash out, 0 wins and whatnot. You'll understand as the deck is being created. But if you enjoy yourself at any point, why not consider hitting that like button, commenting down below, and subscribing if you feel you need to. As well as obviously shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me live over on Twitch during the weeks, and links all down below, as well as link to the Discord. I want to help build up that Discord, build up our community, play games together, have good times together. So if that sounds like fun, why not consider hitting, would you like to join that Discord? But let's get straight into the draft. Nasus, Twisted Fate, or Darius. Now, Nasus is coming in here with the Slay mechanic, Rock Hopper for that little bit of being able to like maybe get a trade going. We got pick a card, Smooth Soloist. That's like not the worst package. And Darius coming in here just full on. I mean, it is Darius with Marauders. If we could pick up strength in numbers, and if we, like, I mean, I have to go down this route, right? I have to. Like, you give me a Marauder, this is where we've got to go. And then we just need to hope that we get given more Marauders down the line. Take Dragon, like, because there's, like, strike spells that we've got, like, you know, potentially access to single combat, concerted strike, a little bit of Dragon stuff. I don't actually want the Dragons. What I want is the... What I want is the Marauders. That's what I want. I'm gonna take this, but like I do want some draw. I want those Marauders. The route that I want to go down is more of a Marauder route. So I'm really hoping that they're gonna give me this stuff. Now, single combat and this, like, I want stuff which is gonna, like, this could potentially be draw, but I do want stuff which is gonna be being able to react to what my opponent's doing. Concerted strike again. Concerted strike with potentially a detain, but detain requires a 6-cost spell. Could take that War Chefs going on with this plus. I feel like I'm gonna take this. I could like splurge into Ionia, but I'm gonna take concerted strike. Like, the annoyance is it's now putting me down more of a dragon route, and the comedy is I really don't want to go down a 100% dragon route. I want my Marauders. I want... Start giving me more Noxus choices. It's starting like now that it's forcing me down a dragon route that I don't want to go down in order to make us sufficient to make a deck which is actually going to be somewhat good. So I need to start choosing Noxian Might to try to force them back into handing me Noxus stuff, and force, like, the annoyance is I could actually now start taking like Molten Breath and Dragon. I mean, the thing, comedy is, I feel like it's giving me dragon stuff, but I still don't have any other dragons. I'm probably gonna make a very terrible like choices here, because I should really take Radiant Guardian and whatnot, but I'm trying to force them to see that I want Noxus stuff because I want the Marauders, but I feel that by doing this, I'm just gonna make a terrible deck. Like, it just give me the Marauders. Why are you going about this in the stupid way of this? Just give me my Noxus, give me my Marauders, okay? It's because I ended up with 11 Demacian cards that it's trying to force me more down a Demacian route. Now, admittedly, this would not be the worst thing to take, but I want to force them to give me more Marauders, but I don't think they're going to give me more Marauders, you know. This has just made a very terrible deck, is all I've done. Take this. I mean, I guess I could take the Gold Aegis. It's still a rally, but with a barrier. But the only problem is that I've only been given, like, okay, so 0 wins, people. This is going to give me 0 wins, guaranteed. Full on Demacia. 2 really good champions in Demacia, so I feel that Shoya is going to beat the crap out of me because I just don't have the good cards. There is part of me that wants to keep culling for, like, wants to keep these 2 cards for some reason. I could consider you as well, but there's part of me that wants to. I mean, it's not the best start to a game. It's not the best start to a game, but Yeah, I mean, who needs turn 1, 2, or 3s, am I right? What kind of fool needs a turn 1, 2, or 3? Okay, turn 4 is where it's at, people. Turn 4 is when the action really gets going. The only problem is that if I play this, I don't actually get the quick attack, which is like its main purpose. So I've kind of got... Weirdly, I've got to wait. I don't want to wait, but I kind of have to wait, in a manner of speaking, like, just to get... I mean, okay. Do I actually even have any 6-cost spells? Have I actually got any 6+ spells? Is this Detain Woman going to be useful to me at any stage in the proceedings? Because I don't think so. And the problem is that I am also... I say, because we're against Demacia, Concerted Strike, single combat, like, a lot of different things. So now, potentially single combat could come out. I mean, I can maybe kill Shyvana. That's something to think about. I could also maybe kill her if I go for like different ways around this, but I can go for trying to kill Shyvana. Force out a buff is what the plan is here. Like force out, maybe it's going to be a single combat now that's going to come out of there, kill this, and then buff her up past it. But I'm going to say sod this noise and go, oh, repulse! I've still got another Concerted Strike. So, okay, this has now become useless. You will be a fine blocker, though. Okay. Block. Be this guy who forces them to do more. Force them to do more buffs. I've got nothing else, right? I've got no other plans going on in this hand, so I might as well go down these very stupid routes of trying to do block kills. Oh, of course, Detain. I mean, I can still use that single combat before this happens, and it kind of forces them to waste the Detain in a manner of speaking. This has not gone well for me at all. But when I've got the hand that I've got to do the moves that I can do to try to live and survive. The only problem is, because they've played this so early on, like, I can't even really get the full value that this guy could, like, give me. I guess I could play them with the knowledge that I've got Concerted Strike, or I guess I could even throw down you, try to remove this. But, I'm gonna throw down the elephant. I'll throw down the big elephant. Oh, of course. If only I had the mana for this. Okay. I can wait. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry. Shh. We're gonna be okie dokie. We're gonna be oakley dokily. Ned Flanders all the way. Just wait for them. It's fine. We now throw you down. We force them to use a buff spell, if they've got one. And then we Concerted Strike one of these guys. Yeah, I mean, we can get through this. oh, that's both their if we can kill, of course. And that now that's a bit of pill to swallow is what that is. Okay, so sod this noise. I mean, they're gonna throw this directly at my face anyway, so let's just go with what we can do. We're definitely striking out of this one, I feel, because I feel like there's no way we could possibly come back from this. Shoyo's got full on health. I don't think that we've got any. I mean, you might be able to make it so that I can get a Detain.
Confine and contain.
I just need you. I mean, oh, of course. Why would I dream? Why would I bother to dream so big as to thinking that you might be able to save me? Okay. Do I throw down the culling try and force, like, because I want to go back to, I don't really want to pass, because if I pass, then I'm dead anyway. So I kind of want to force them to go back into their turn and try to throw this out to try to kill her. But I know if I throw this out on its own, then its trap gets detained. Whereas, like, you know, because they still have the mana for detain, they no longer have the mana for detain. So I can try to get rid of. I'm not gonna overwhelm, but I mean, you know that they're gonna have a buff now, right? You know that there's gonna be a buff whereby they are 100% gonna use like Sharp Sight or something, or even like the Lux Barrier spell to be able to like. Yeah, that's what I mean. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I did the best moves I could to try and get round the situation that was in front of me. Okay, so there's a slight chance that death have come for me. Oh, only a very slight. I know that the better plan is to put that, but I know when death has come for me. Shadowmite to my opponent. After that devastating defeat, we traded Mage Seeker for a Trivarian Hopeful, used our Overwhelm Elephant to smash down our next opponent, and then double down on Darius. I'm actually going to keep culling. Culling works against both these champions very nicely. So I'm going to keep culling and be like, yes, yes, go on. Play your Darkness Man or play your Emperor. I'll send him to the Shadow Realm faster than you can say ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Okay. Running Hopeful. If we, like, I tell you what, if we actually, I'd be surprised if we actually managed to even get to 3 wins with this deck, like to get to like the midpoint where we get to get another champion. Like, I will be honestly surprised because this deck does not deserve to do. Whoa! Okay, I leave. I have nothing but everything to lose if I go into that trade. Because they can just like keep. I guess like I could. I don't really want to do this against the minion. That's the annoyance of minion, is that like all that I'd be doing is I'd be throwing, like, my stuff be dying, and they've still got that unit just to keep replaying and replaying and replaying. So it's not worth it for me. But I do, of course. The annoyance is that this is a strike spell, which means that he still gets a strike, so I can't, like, I guess I could culling him, but why is the world against me? Oh, darkness as well. Okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We'll be fine. I still go forward with you. It's not ideal. I'm not gonna pretend that it is, because it's not ideal. But okay. I mean, admittedly, they throw me and they play me in again. That's gonna buff this up. Oh, do I really want to use Result? I don't want to. I don't want to. Okay, just let him die. Sod this noise. I've only got 1 dragon in the list. It's not going to be saving me too much. Okay. The whole deck is more built around the elephant than anyone else, because at least the elephant is such an annoyance to deal with. Now, I kind of have to at least try to kill this, because this guy can't do it on his own. So, and also that is denying them a darkness, which is denying Viger like a help of level up. I'm gonna leave this and see if they play. Can't play him. You know you want to secretly. Can't play Viger. Coward. The coward's choice.
Play off the lightning.
I don't really want to play that. All this does, by playing this, all this does is stop them from going forward with this unit. Really?
Woe to
That is all this does. It stops them from going forward with this unit. The problem with darkness as well is that darkness actually just affects this. So my whole deck premise of working around the armored Tusk Rider actually doesn't 100% work for me in this case. I might as well kill what I can kill. But yeah, no, which is the Tusk Rider actually, darkness is not the best thing for it to be against.
Seal the runes or
Right.
the pages.
I need to kill these because like it's gonna be like this, which is gonna let this get into a position where it could kill the Elephant Man. So, just gonna go forward here. Have they got enough? Like, oh! Well played. Well played to my opponent there. Really well. Maybe I should have left it. Maybe I should have left it and then gone for a Spirit Fire into a trade. I mean, I can still use Spirit Fire next turn if my opponent goes for an immediate open. I can just go down that Spirit Fire. It's not the best moves.
These dunes are the lifeblood of Shurima.
I still feel like Spirit Fire is my best move. Because I could throw down one unit and then I'm just getting attacked on all sides by other units. I can wait, use Spirit Fire, and I'm only taking 2 damage. Well, that seems like the only the only logical choice, but it's not a good choice. It's not the choice I'd want to choose. How close are they to getting? They're actually getting close to getting Azir leveled up.
Vanguard.
You going into a Culling Strike? Potentially? Although I kind of want to use Culling Strike on their champions. God damn. But at least that's a mini-morph which has not been used on top of Darius. That's the one thing that I've got to tell myself, is that's a mini-morph that's not been used on top of Darius. My big boy Darius is still potentially going to be big boy Darius. So, it is a mine. It's not the best, but it's not the worst thing that could have happened to me. Okay.
Men die.
But Shurima lives.
Forever.
Okay, if you want to go forward with your... Crap. Now, that's 3 damage. So I can use this. Actually, no, that'd still be you dead. Ignore me. Okay. It's not the best moves.
You won't be caught unaware.
It's not exactly the best things that you want in life, but I guess I just need to survive. Go forward with him. The only problem is that he levels up. I think that does he? Actually, no, correct. I can't even use a buff. Ignore me. I can't even use a buff. All I can do is I can do some damage into Azir though, which at least is something. It's not the best. It's not the best stuff in the world, but it's some damage. I was gonna say, because I couldn't get one of my buffs out. If I could have got this buff out, I could have killed him, but I physically couldn't.
I have my order.
I mean, I have to do. I've got to come up with some plan, right?
Ready.
So.
Take them down.
I mean, I guess actually, no, I don't want to throw a stunning because I want my burst speed buffs if I need them.
Give up now.
Okay. Oh, there's a ghost! Of course, there'd be another mini move. Okay, so I get them down to this. I'm thinking to myself, like, throwing the. I kind of just want to kill by just in case they've got more darkness creators. I just want to know he's dead. I could have used those buffs to maybe come up with a plan to get round this later on, but that's later me, of course. Okay. That's later me's problem. They've only got one. They're top decking now, okay? They're top decking. So, come on. They don't have the Shadow Isles cards. So that's what I tell myself. They don't have the Shadow Isles cards. So,
Surrender.
do I? Actually, I kind of want this buff to be victory buff. Let's try and take you out. I just want this as in case this card is a stun. Like they've used that like they used the stun last time. I want to make sure that if they stun, he's still gonna die. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. It's all gravy, baby. It's all great. I mean, we just... There he is! There's my point. They can't have a third mini-morph. They can't, like, you can't tell me that they're going to have that third mini-morph coming down on me right now. It's impossible. I refuse. I refuse to believe it. Let's go. I could have technically thrown down... Actually, do I want to throw down the Guile as well? Do I want to send another, like, stern message of, well, this is why you don't fuck with me? I mean, admittedly, I don't know what they could have that would get them round this. It's going to be a stun or something. What are you going to be? What? Okay, so they're going to stun you. But you're still dead anyway! Share the vote to my opponent! They played really well. I can't even fault their playstyle. They played really well that whole way through. I got more lucky than anything. For a little bit more early game aggression, we changed out our Dragon Guard for a rear guard. Because I'm kind of up against Zed, I'm going to keep this because my deck is basically built around this card. I mean, I'm not going to be able to play it for a very long time. I mean, yeah, again, I should have really been throwing you away to get my early game, because I'm not going to be playing this for like so long. Even if my deck does revolve around you most of the time. Oh no, I'm just going to get swarmed and die. I hate the fact that I'm also attacking on the odds. I'd rather, because like the fact that I'm attacking on the odds just makes cards like this less valuable, because this card is only good when I'm attacking on the evens. When I'm attacking on turn 4, throw this down, quick attack, and I'm laughing. But the fact that I don't have that, I've got to wait basically another turn until turn 5 for this to be useful is a bit annoying. I guess I could potentially kill Ari with this. So they're going for the Twin Discipline. They've gone all in, which means I can at least kill their champion. Like I can wipe both boards here, so I'm okay with that. One champion down, many more to go, I'm sure. Just need to throw down, so I could throw you down, but I'm just not getting benefit from throwing you down. They've got an elusive. I can't do anything with that. I'd rather get the challenge and quick attack next turn. Take this out. I guess it also means I'm banking mana, so I could say that when I throw down this, I've still got resolve if I needed it. That's what I'm going to tell myself. That's what I'm going to need to help me sleep at night. Now, some may say this is a risky move, mostly because it is. Actually, no, I guess I'm thinking to myself, do I pass to see if they throw this down? But I guess trying to take this out, although they would most likely throw down Dragon's Protection. I guess I could have passed to see what they were going to do, but I can live with the decisions I've made here. So yet again, I could throw this down so that quick attack comes in. I could also throw down this. It forces... I kind of want to go with the... Actually, no, we'll go with this. He says with massive regret. There are buffs they could have, but it's trying to force out those buffs. Okay, there's the elusive. But at least you still keep your challenger. You lose quick attack, but you still got challenge. So that's going to go directly on top of you. Okay. Task Rider becomes quite an annoyance for Kennen. Now, admittedly, they could have recall spells, so they go forward with him and then recall and whatnot. I wish I would have kept the mana that I had that I decided to get rid of. But yeah, I can still throw down Task Rider. Oh, that's not good.
Break the silence.
Because the annoyance is like I could technically go forward and throw this down, but I'm going to leave it. He says. You still need to see a number of the same unit come down.
Is that creaking the branches of my bones?
Not the best things that I'm seeing coming down right now, but okay. Throw down another one of these, because technically still you can't do anything about this unless they've got a twin discipline or another buff spell, which they could do. There's no way that they or there's like totally ways they can have like buff spells that would get them past to this. I'm gonna go for the immediate attack because I'm actually gonna keep whirling as an option. I want to keep that whirling. So that's one cannon down. One cannon down. We've seen one Ari down, one cannon down.
Wisdom is strength.
The comedy is like these guys don't take damage of that, so like unless they buff, of course. I was gonna say unless he gets buffed, but we do still have a whirling death, so we can actually potentially get past that. Deny could be a thing, obviously. Deny, buffs, but it's forcing those things out. Potential recall, but that'd be okay with me. I could live with a recall here. Yeah, potential buffs, all these things. I just go for it. I tell myself I've got nothing there. Okay, so they go for the stun, which is not bad. Like, it still means that this still stays on the board. Or do I... You know what?
To serve the greater good.
I'm gonna go the long way.
Hello.
Hello!
Hello.
I'm gonna go the long way around here. I want to kill this. I technically probably should kill the elusive. Okay. Just looking at how many cards they've got. I mean, bearing in mind that there's so many good things that they could have. Okay.
I'll handle this myself.
I'm going to say sod this noise. It's time for the Darius. Right. I want to grab this. I guess I want to grab this. Admittedly, so the thing of it is, this one could go on top of Darius. But okay, I'm gonna tell myself this is how I'm gonna make things go. I still don't mind this because this doesn't take any damage. I mean, they're still dead. They're still dead from that move. It's gonna work out. Plus, we've got extra buff if we need it.
Grace against fury.
If so, I think this has got this GG. Share them to my opponent because they don't get the heals because that doesn't count as a strike. So Darius comes down. Boom, going in there. We had +3 if we needed it, but you know what? We don't need it. How is this deck getting this many wins? This deck was supposed to smash out with 0 wins. Shadow mode to my opponent. We then tripled down on Darius. I'm going to keep the strike spell. Got like a nice turn 2. Nice turn, but I always want to keep the elephant. So the deck is based around the elephant. Because the elephant is so annoying to deal with, although my opponent does have hush potentials, which is not good. The other annoyance is that my opponent does also have parlay. Yeah, I'm just going to immediately take that off the board. Parlay, make it rain, vile feast, and things like this. I just want to get rid of this because they've got 2 champs which are all to do with deep, so I definitely want to remove that unit if I can. So, and so, yes, the deck that the guy that the whole deck was supposed to be based around finally shows his face. There is only 1 copy of him in the deck. I mean, I'm just going to trade him off here because, you know, but he was the whole purpose of this list. And we never got another copy of him ever again. So he actually just became useless. Oh, Noxian Mind! There's the allegiance. Now, do I do this or do I wait? Because I mean I could pop them for some damage. I'll wait on this. he says. Because I guess I could throw down a whirling to save this one's life at some stage. Set the hooks. Because I could either whirling or use the buff. I'm going to use the whirling because I've got a lot of things which are working off of overwhelm. So this buff is like nicer on overwhelm. I say that whirling can also be very good with overwhelm because it means you can get that full-on attack through. So it's kind of either or. But I can throw the elephant down. They're stealing. Don't you steal my elephant! Don't you steal my elephant! I mean, they got a lot going on. Don't you get Equinox? I keep saying, don't you do this? Don't you do that? Don't you do any of these things in which I've said? If you get Equinox, I'm not going to be happy. Don't you do it? Don't you steal my elephant? Don't you get Equinox? Don't you do any of these things? Okay.
What's that you got there?
What you're about to see is ridiculous moves. Yeah, again, it's one of these things where I should probably keep this kind of strike move back to be able to, like, kill Malphite or kill what's his face. You know what? I'm just going to do this with the overwhelm. This is such a stupidly ridiculous move. So that's Darius leveled up. Potentially, obviously, they could have heals. They're in Shadow Isles and Targon, both of which have the ability to be able to heal themselves. I mean, potential level up. Level up on Darius. Do I want to level Darius? I mean, we're in Vengeance territory still at the moment. In Vengeance territory. How close are they to being deep? I mean, we could certainly help them along their way. Sonic! Big boy Darius time! Let's go!
Mine is the hand of Noxus.
Mine is the hand of Noxus. Immediately go forward. I mean, I feel I immediately go forward. I mean, even more so. Potential vengeance, but also they could have a potential ruination. So that is why we just immediately go forward. There's a Ranger. They stole Ranger's Resolve from us! Okay, Ranger's Resolve is still not enough. Not enough. It's never enough. No, it's never enough. I mean, I could even just straight up Culling Strike or something. So they do this. That's not even enough. It's never enough. No, it's never enough. We could even go for a I mean, let's put them out there, misery. Shadow mode to my opponent. We had buffs. We had Culling Strike. We actually had a number of different ways that we could have like still killed them. So how's this deck winning? It just shows how ridiculous Noxus can be if you get the right amount of cards and your opponent doesn't have any answers. Oh my god, Lost Riches! Lost Riches is in that. I feel bad for that person because like it feels like they had like a really nice little deck going for them, like that Lost Riches. If they could have pulled that off and like thrown down Nailbreaker. Then we got rid of Ranger's Resolve for Screeching Dragon. Beat the living hell out of Porobot. Got rid of Useless Marauder for Wild Claws to work with our overwhelms. We smashed out Ionia while getting a lovely raid from Maverick before going into the final picks. I still want to keep Golden Aegis, like Golden Aegis with our overwhelm units. It's just stupidly funny. I could throw in and get myself 5 Culling Strikes, but I do actually like Confront. Confront with the Task Rider is stupidly funny, glorious. I don't want to make any of these trades. I could actually take Weapons Hilt for this. I wouldn't actually mind doing this trade-off. Any of these other ones, I like my Shield Breaker. I could actually do this one. It means that I get that additional stats on my Overwhelm units. But this is 3 damage to summon a unit, but it is 8 cost. It's kind of... you know what, Sonic. This deck has got us as far as it's got us. We can keep going with what we've got. Potentially, Sharpen Resolve is not bad here. We haven't really got too many dragons. The only dragon that we've got is Shyvana and Screeching Dragon. Other than that, that's all we've got. So this guy is not helping us out too much on the buffs, but he is a good statted 3-cost unit, which is very important to remember. In terms of our unit base at the beginning, we don't really have too many early game units in terms of most of the time we're not playing Sunby until turn 4 in most games. So I actually do want to keep him so I've got some early game. We're in the last game. We want to do the best that we can. Single combat for a back-to-back. I'd rather keep single combat. This trade up I'm actually going to keep. We do still have more Noxian cards. Not as many as I would want, but we do still have more Noxian cards. So the allegiance can sometimes hit for that overwhelm. Confront, I've already said it's too funny with the elephant. I'm going to skip these trades as well. Getting in a rear guard, but that stun has actually won us games that we would have probably lost if we didn't have that stun coming in from there. If we didn't have Guile from Street Fighter, we would have been screwed. The Legion Emerald, who the whole deck was supposed to be built around, because we got one copy of him early on and just never saw another copy of him again. We even traded him away because we didn't see him anymore. Task Rider is too important to me. Okay. The Glory Seeker, actually, I could consider this trade. Glory Seeker for this, yeah, I could 100% do that. The other trades, I feel okay with what I've got. So we're going to be going into the last match in Expedition. I'm going to get rid of Culling Strike, but I'm going to keep Strafing Strike, and I'm going to keep these 2 units. Because I know how little like good early game I have. So I'm going to keep my Elephant, although you would never keep this in the real game this early on. You'd throw this back and try and find something better. But we're in Expedition. The rules are different, and we step with the heartbeat of Noxus, sending the drummer potentially to the Shadow Realm immediately with that Culling Strike. Okay. So, I got nothing. I got nothing I can do here. Okay, I can throw down Shyvana next turn, going into a sharpened resolve. That's about all I have. So, throw her out.
Would you like to fear me?
I'm gonna be that guy. Yeah, I mean, I've got to be that guy, right? I've got to be that guy who just goes in, just full on aggression. Let's go. Come at me, bro. Outrageous. I mean, he's not wrong. It was outrageous. Outrageous. Okay, I can't really work against this. I've got to throw down Hopeful. I could have thrown down Concerted, but I need to remember that my opponent can throw down Concerted. They can throw down Single Combat. They could throw down any multitude of problems for me. So, we shall see who is the better dragon. I mean, we're not, because I can't. The annoyance of knowing that I guess I wait. I hold. Actually, I say I hold. I could throw down Confront and potentially get rid of this, which is not. It's not the best, but it's not the worst strategy. Confront, get rid of you. They've got 1 mana. I feel the only punishment is Radiant Strike. Radiant Strike is the only like 1 mana punishment. I say that actually, Wrath, Elixir of Wrath, is also in there as a potential counter, but okay. Elixir of Wrath could have been there. Single combat. Ooh. Oh, that's why. Oh, now I see. But we can potentially save life, get level up, kick bumhole. Am I right? Yugi! Let's go. Do this. Kick Jarvan's bumhole. GG! How are we doing this? Okay. That is a leveled up Shyvana, which I don't think we've ever seen in our expedition so far. In this whole expedition so far, I don't think we've seen that move. Now, Task Rider no longer works against this. I can still go forward. It depends whether or not they've got a buff. Maybe I still play Task Rider so that... I mean, they could have a Concerted Strike or something. I feel like I've got a... I throw you down as a single combat move. Or I guess I could use this, but... I throw you down as my counterplay target. I hope. That's 1 Jarvan down, though.
I won't say a word.
Actually, I kind of want to grab you. in a weird way, I kind of want to grab you because I want to get rid of their best statted unit. Although, I am opening the door to potential sharp sight. Potential, like, I actually feel like I do take you down. Maybe. But I guess if they've got a buff, they would use the same buff there. But I can... Sod it, I'm gonna go for taking down the dragon. I have made my decisions here. I might end up regretting them. Most likely I will end up regretting them. Oh, forcing that kind of a buff out though. Like, it's not the best. And I guess, like I said, like what I could do here is I could use this maneuver to straight up kill this. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's forcing this down. Still get to keep this unit with single combat and another one of those moves out. Want to throw down my mage. This is I've gone more down Shyvana than I've gone down anyone else with this. Okay. Throw down the little mage seeker as another block because it's all I've got. They can't get Jarvan, so Jarvan's not going to come out here. They do have potential buffs they could do. I could Concerted. So I could throw down a Concerted. There could be a single combat. Would single combat do anything massively against me here? I think I should be okay. I might be wrong. They can't Concerted me. I'm just going big on this and hoping. So there we go. I mean, it's, you know what, we are looking pretty damn good. I mean, they've leveled up Jarvan, but we're looking pretty damn good. I think did I go off of the I thought I went off of what's her face first. Anyway, I mean, we've got my boy. I'm gonna throw him down. I've got single combat. I've got the. I'm telling myself that if she can go down, oh, there's the rally. I actually can't buff her past getting round this. The only move that because I can grab this. That takes me still down to this. I can't actually get round you other than blocking with Mage Seeker, right? I think to myself, like, obviously I go forward. I could kill her if I put enough buffs in, but it's requiring me to put a lot of buffs in. So I'd rather just remove what I can remove. Keep Mage Seeker as my way to block Crown Guard for the time being.
Behold, Crown Guard's strength.
And hope that give me the good spells. Give me the good. You know what? That might be enough. That might be enough to save the day. That Mage Seeker might have actually given me the secret sauce. Okay, right. So they're going for this. Is it worthwhile? I feel like I still do this here because then I can use a single combat or what's his face slap. But we go with this. It forces them to have to need a way around. So, the Darius remote, because that's what we got. I mean, I guess I let this happen. That's the Crown Guard down. Right, I mean, we've got, come on, just give me the victory. At this point, just give me the W. I can single combat this, I guess. Go for the single combat move. I could have also used the thing, but that's fine. You know what? Take him. I say that. I can still save his life. I want to go as aggressive into my opponent as I possibly can. But, come on! This has got to be... We're going to get the 7th win! My God, we're going to get the 7th win. How have we done this? We massively don't deserve this. Potential shadow moat to my opponent, but we do not deserve this victory. Let's go. What is this? This is plus additional damage. So you better damn right I'm going to put in that additional damage. But shadow moat to my opponent. Really well played. 7 wins that last game. Oh my god, it was all in on Shyvana. You know what? We've only got 1 copy of her in the list. We don't actually... Like, this deck was not formed around her. 7 wins for deck, which I thought was going to go out with 0. 7 wins. It's beautiful. Beautiful to see. Like, it didn't deserve it, but...
From flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.